Hello everybody, this is Thorough Churro. It's been a while. I made this review a long time ago, and I'm just now getting around to doing it. Yeah, in this review, I talk about how I just posted the Dune video. That was like half a year ago at this point, I believe. Yeah, this has just been such a wacky experience, just trying to get this one video done. I just want to, at the top, explain what essentially is happening with my channel. Probably still gonna do the same stuff, just at a less rate, because to be honest, I have a lot more things in my life that are more important to me than not necessarily movies, but in terms of like this channel. So I will continue to talk about movies on this channel. It's just that I won't be doing it to a rate that I used to do it at. Like, I was pretty slow years ago anyways, but it's gonna be a lot slower now. So yeah, I'm not dead, but am I dying? My YouTube channel is dying. It's Thorough Churro 12. Don't forget the 12 because you will not find my channel otherwise. I know my review for Dune 2 just came out, but I come back to talk about two very interesting films today. One of these I didn't hear about until like a week before I watched it, and the other film I waited over a year to watch. And they're both very good movies. So that tells you something about marketing for films right there. Sometimes films just creep up on you. With that being said, here we go. The first film I watched is May December, directed by Todd Haynes. This is the film that I heard good things about, and quickly watched it like a week later. Todd Haynes is known for some interesting films like Safe, Far From Heaven, and Carol. While I haven't seen Far From Heaven, I really enjoyed both Safe and Carol. I really want to revisit Safe. It's been years since I've seen it, and I remember it being a fascinating character film. That being said, I was interested in seeing this film May December for sure. May December is a challenging film about a couple with a large age gap, and their relationship as an actress comes to study them. I didn't really get interested in this film until after the first time I watched it. I enjoyed it for sure, but my appreciation for the film and its subject matter did not happen until after thinking about it, and thinking about how subtly devastating the film actually was. This film does a wonderful job being subtle with its presentation. The film deals a lot with abuse and trauma from a young age. Just to get into this film, it's something that I think everyone should go in blind to. So go watch it, it's on Netflix. So from this point on, I consider this to be spoilers. You've been warned. The couple in the film have a large age difference, and they started when the male figure was 13 years of age. It was a whole scandal, but the film doesn't show any of that. The film follows the characters years later when they have kids and how they still deal with the scandal, as well as just living. Talking about some of the technicals of the film, the performances were all very well done, and it's the best part of the film for me personally. The cinematography and visuals is good, but nothing too fancy. The way it's shot doesn't get in the way of what's important, which is the storytelling. When I first saw this film, I didn't fully understand the importance of the actress character that follows the couple around. I honestly felt like just following the couple would have been enough, but the more I think about it, the more I saw it as a natural vessel for the story, as well as the actress character bringing more substance to the film. We as the audience are like the actress, and we learn more as the actress learns more, as well as the actress bringing some tension to the couple in the film. What makes this film so challenging is its subject matter. What happens in the film is gross when you think about it, but trying to understand it is important. Talking more about the performances now, the one that stands out the most for me personally would be Charles Melton's character. He brings a devastating performance that's truly heart-wrenching, but it's not like an over-the-top performance. It's extremely subtle with its presentation. My favorite scene would have to be the fight that the couple have near the end of the film, and the performance that Charles Melton gives is so powerful and believable. This film is a little slow, but it lets you sit and think about what it's trying to say, and I think it does a great job doing so, as well as learning about little details of each character. I'm feeling a light 8 out of 10 for this film. I originally gave it a 6, but after seeing it twice and sitting on it, that's too low for me personally. Great film, great characters to study for a film, good stuff. The next film I watched was The Zone of Interest, directed by Jonathan Glazer. Jonathan Glazer is known for his science fiction horror film Under the Skin, a film that I personally love. This film is about a German Nazi family that is existing within a concentration camp. It follows their lives as horrible things are happening around them. I think this film does a wonderful job. I didn't fall in love with it until after thinking about it, just like May December. Allowing time to go by and leaving some room for reflection, and how we can connect this film's subject matter to our world today. gameplay. To get the technicals out of the way, this film is exceptionally well made, with beautiful wide shots and wonderful stationary shots. There's also moments with interesting visuals as well as intense music. The acting is fantastic and subtle. The best way to describe this whole film is its subtlety, with the storytelling along with the horror that is around these characters. This film is about the idea of avoidance and overlooking the pain of others. The family just goes about their lives, and all the while the sounds of screams and pain can be heard around them. The film never shows the horror of the Holocaust, but implies its pain through sound. There is this low humming throughout the whole film that is revealed to be a chimney. The smoke and the chimney can be shown only in the background throughout the film, but it's rarely the main focus of the shot. It's this avoidance to the horror around them that is so unsettling and sad to think about. There's a moment when the child is playing in his room and then looks out the window. Afterwards, he says to himself to never do that again. What's so interesting is that this film can be directly linked to what's happening in the present. The avoidance from Western countries to Palestinian genocide rings so heavy when this film comes to mind. I remember reading about that connection, and after doing so, it made the film a lot more substantive to me than it already is. This is definitely a film that challenges the audience and gets people to think about the past as well as the present. I genuinely loved what this film was doing as well as its execution. I will definitely be watching this film in the future, and I'm giving this film a strong 8 out of 10, really close to a 9. Hello, this is me from the future, a long time after I recorded this video. I have one more film to talk about today. I'm here today to talk about a film called Challengers, directed by Luca Guadagnino. This man is known for many great films like Call Me By Your Name, a film that I like to describe as lazy and hazy, but not by any means in a negative way. This film is a gay romance film that's set in Italy, which is a perfect setting for telling a love story. The film has a relaxed feel to it as well as great characters, along with other films like Suspiria, which is very different from Call Me By Your Name. This is a remake of the 1960s horror film having the same name, but this remake being a very colorless film with very interesting characters and scenes. All of his films feel in a way different, but he has this stamp somewhere within the film that just shines right through. This film right here, Challengers, was something I was interested in seeing for a few years now, ever since I found it and put it on my watch list. Now that it was finally out in theaters, I can definitely say it was worth the wait. Challengers is his newest film that yet again feels different from his others, but yet feels like one of his movies. This film is about manipulation, and it's such a ride to go through. I loved this film very much, and what's so great is just the basics of filmmaking. The story and characters. The story along with the storytelling was exceptionally crafted. The director just knows how to craft and bring all the elements of the film, create something truly special. There's several extremely memorable shots that stuck with me well after the film was over. There are so many visual cues that are so interesting to pick up on, and it makes the film worth rewatching. The film establishes this tennis match, and the more you learn about the characters, the position that they are in, as well as their past, the more the tension of the situation builds. The stakes rise within this tennis match and is handled beautifully. The main cast does a fantastic job being playful as well as very serious. I mean, they were handed such a good script, but the three main cast does a great job bringing the characters to life. The characters in the film all don't really have the best moral compass, but it's so much more interesting to watch when all the characters are in a sense flawed. There's more room for dissecting and analyzing these characters. They all have their own personality that is so well defined. One can understand how the characters would react and function in this world. Zendaya's character being in between the other two is such a strong visual that displays the themes of the film, all while being told essentially through visuals. This film has this back and forth with relationships, as well as back and forth with time. It's all pretty much like a tennis match. It all comes together to have such an electrifying ending that is all tied together with this score. There's this almost electric dance music. The sound is very unique. The final sequence feels like a Western standoff in terms of the editing. It's almost like something from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. As of July 2024, this is my favorite movie of the year, beating Dune 2. I love this film entirely, and it does everything that it sets out to accomplish perfectly. It's wonderful, and I highly recommend seeing this film. I'm giving this film a strong 9 out of 10. I know I praised it. You're like, why the hell is it not a 10? Maybe it's a 10 in the future, who knows? Thank you all for watching, and I hope you go see this film. I know this was an Amazon film, so I think it'll be on Prime at some point. But yeah, go see it. Anyways, that's all for me today, and I'll see you in the next video. Before I leave, I would love to say, it's been a while since I've sat down and really wrote something about film, and in doing so, it really made me fall in love with movies all over again. Every time I do this, it makes me have to force myself to sit down and stimulate my brain with film, and I love doing that. I love doing this, and I love film as an art. If you can't tell, but this is your boy, and for now I'm out. And have a nice day. Bye bye now.